What is up, YouTube? In this video, I'm going to show you what to do when you can't find comps. How do you find comps if there are no comps? There's a few ways to go about this, okay? So, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen here. Also, if you want to join the Discord, I teach all of this in my Discord. If you want to join, email me. My email is going to be in the description. All right, so we got a perfect example right here, right? We got this house. Usually what I do, because I find all my houses on Zillow, right? To comp it really fast, I comp it, I find the ARV in like 30 seconds or less, right? I scroll down here, I click on this mini map, open that up, I click on lot lines, and I see what home sold recently, right? If you look at it, this obviously appears to be in the middle of nowhere, okay? There's no comps, okay? But if you look closely, you can see that this is a Highway 476, okay? But my house is on Blue Bonnet Avenue. So this is a case where Zillow actually has it placed in the wrong spot, okay? So it's not really right there. So this is how you fix that, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna select just the street name and the city and the state and the zip code without the numbers of the address. Okay, then you're gonna duplicate the tab. Okay, once we have the tab duplicated, after it loads, remember the address is 1014 Blue Bonnet Avenue. Okay, so we're gonna click out of it. Then we're gonna go to the search bar. All right, we're gonna click out of that, and we're gonna paste the street name, the city, the state, and the zip code, and we're gonna select a different address. Typically, you want to go for one that's right next to it. So 1016, that would be right next to it, right? So now this is one of the neighbors. So we're going to click out of this. And then if we just don't zoom in with the mouse pad or anything, zoom in with this button right here. Just press this plus button a few times, and it'll bring you right to the house that we selected. And obviously right next to it, this is our subject property. So if you click on the house, where it's posted at, and you click on the maps, it won't bring you to the right place. You have to select the street name, city, state, zip code, duplicate the tab, and put it in there, select the address, a different address that's relatively close to it, and then it'll bring you on the real street, and then you could just find the house where it's at right there. In this case, it was really close because the address we selected was the neighbor. So yeah, this is a subject property. So now we could find comps. Now we could actually see what houses are worth in this neighborhood. It looks like houses are selling like 34, 43, 70, 100, 130. It looks like nothing has sold for more than 130 in this neighborhood, right? We got like 146, but like that's the only one. So 130 is like the max value of a house in here. And I see the lowest is like around 33, 40-ish. Let's say it's around 40. So I would say that ARV is anywhere between 40,000 and 130,000. So what's that? That's probably like 70, 80,000. So I'd say the ARV is probably like 80,000, right? Or if I want to take my time with it. That's how I just do it quick. If I want to take my time with it, I'll just click on sold. Not that many comps in this area. Well, there's a few, but my house is like right here. And this is from 2021, so that's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Let's see. 114. One. The ARV could be anywhere from 80 to 100 grand. So that's how you find comps if there are no comps or if it brings you to the wrong place. Now, what if it brings us to the right place and there legit are no comps, right? So let's do this. Let's try to find a place where comps are hard to find. This seems like a good one. Is it not going to bring me to the map? Okay, so this is a good example of something that's kind of hard to find comps, right? It's on one road. Well, honestly, if it's on one road, it might be a little bit easier. But let's say, so this house didn't have any pictures and they're selling it for 37,000. So let me see what the description says. Quiet country road and neighborhood, 2 bed, 2 bath. It's a trailer, so it's a mobile home. Could be remodeled or torn down or make space for new build. 12 buildings, da da da. Assignment of equitable interest. If you're a realtor, don't waste your time unless you have a buyer. So this is a wholesaler. Sounds like it. So what I would do is it's a trailer. Doesn't look like there's too many trailers around here. Looks like some big homes. Maybe that's a trailer right there worth 32, 22. So I would probably just get this for the land value. I would need to see pictures of the trailer since it doesn't have pictures. 2 bed, 2 bath, 1,200 square feet. It's not small, not terrible. I would say, first of all, whenever I'm in doubt and I don't know what to offer, I'll always offer half. I just always offer half. That's a rule of thumb for me, right? So for this, you would just have to use discernment in something like this. So it's on a country road. There's a lot of big houses, a lot of space. See how much land comes with it, first of all. You know, looks like 2 acres comes with it. You just see maybe try to find out how much an acre would sell for around there. Either way, I would either offer anywhere from 15 to 20,000 for this, based off of just the land value and what I would offer for a mobile home. If it's a mobile home, I would never offer anything more than 15,000. But since it comes with 2 acres, I might give them 20,000. But in that case, I also want to make this point that if it is in a super rural area where there are no comps and it's super country, it's probably not a deal because it's probably going to be really hard to find a buyer. You want to find something in a poppin' area where there's a lot of buyers because when you get something that's out in BFE, it's super country, it's going to be hard to find comps like that. I mean, it's going to be hard to find buyers for something like that. Let's look at another one really quick. So this is on the state highway. Yep, State Highway 114. So this is actually in the right spot, right off of a highway. Mm, actually, I don't know. That doesn't look like. Oh yeah, it's right there. That's the house right there. So what would you do in a situation like this? One, I would duplicate the tab. Look at the pictures really quick. Yeah, so this is a lot of land, middle of nowhere type of deal. It's been on here for 129 days, 5 acres. So let's see. So first of all, I just want to say, if your property looks like this, it's in the middle of nowhere, has a lot of land, BFE, I just don't deal with it because it's going to be really hard to find a buyer for something like that. The only people who would buy something like this that is super country with a lot of land, either they're real estate developers, so they want to put trailers on the property, or they want to make a mobile home park, or they want to build an apartment complex or something like that. They want to build real estate on the land. But if it's something like this, where it's literally BFE, um, you don't do it because the only people who are going to buy something like this are people who want to live there for themselves. But just for the sake of this video, to comp it, right, exit out, press the plus button so you could zoom in. So I'm assuming our house is, yeah, our house is right there, right there. So just do the old remove boundary, click on sold. Yeah, this is outside of the city. 104 acres. Yeah, this is a small town. So at this point, when there are really no comps, $18,000, $23,000, like at this point, right? First of all, I wouldn't deal with this house. I wouldn't call this house. I wouldn't make an offer on this house, nothing, because one, it's going to be super hard to find a buyer. And the only person who would want to live in it would be someone, I mean, the only person who would want to buy it is someone who would want to live in it. And for usually people who want to buy houses to live in it, they're going to get a loan from a bank, and we can't wholesale to those people. Okay. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, at this point, the ARV really just depends on the person. How much to offer on this house really just depends on how much it would be worth to the person buying it. That's it. Obviously, you can't say that it's worth $1 million objectively. Um, but you can't really say that it's worth $20,000 objectively either. In a situation like this, the value of the home is a little bit relative. You know, that's kind of how all houses are, but really you go based off of what the market says. And what the market says right now is this is in the middle of nowhere, right off of a highway with a lot of land. And the houses that are inside of this small little town, this small little city, they're going for like 18 or $20,000. So it just depends on what a person's willing to pay for something like that. That's how I would value a house, guys. Um, I hope you got some value out of this. Okay. If you did, make sure to like the video. Okay, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'm dropping videos on the daily about wholesaling real estate, self-improvement, and just life in general. Okay, if you want to join the Discord where you could work with me personally every single day, I work with you, make cold calls with you, all that. Make sure to email me. My email is going to be in the description. Okay, stay motivated.